Good evening. I'm Patricia Vallone with a CTV News update. Less than 1 month after Derek Davis stepped down from the Prince George's County Council, a new member has been sworn in. Byron Scott has our story.
As many of you may have known, Mr. Medlock has a history of stepping up to the challenge when he's needed.
One by one, they spoke of his leadership.
This young man was there with me and so many others, just helping children read.
His commitment and his integrity.
And I do believe that you are bringing in a powerhouse.
According to the Constitution and laws of the state.
And the Charter and laws of Prince George's County.
And then Jonathan Medlock, the former mayor of District Heights, was sworn in as the newest member of Prince George's County Council.
Congratulations.
I feel excited. It is a great day for myself in Prince George's County and in this District 6 residents.
Every time I walk out the door, I'm fighting for Prince George's County in some way.
The journey to fill the seat started on April 15th, when longtime council member Derek Davis stepped down before the end of his term.
We're asking for them to appoint someone who is a non-candidate.
That move sparked accusations from some that Davis was trying to get one of the declared candidates to fill his seat, thus giving them an edge in the upcoming elections. In the end, that didn't happen.
Chair Hawkins.
Madam Clerk, I vote aye.
On May 5th, council voted unanimously to appoint Medlock.
They made a choice to select me based on the works that I've done. So I think that was a great choice. It could have been anybody. There were others, and I'm just happy that I was able to be appointed to this position for this time.
Medlock promised to hit the ground running. Perhaps his biggest task will be getting up to speed on budget talks for fiscal year 2023. That deadline is just weeks away.
I have a short learning curve, I know, but I learn quickly. So I'm going to look at the budget. I've been looking at budgets as a mayor and other positions on the Revenue Authority. And now this is easy, just figuring out where the money needs to go and what opportunities need to be afforded those in District 6 and throughout Prince George's County.
Byron Scott, CTV News.
Thanks, Byron, for that report. Well, a parents group pressures the Food and Drug Administration to take faster action on vaccines. The group, known as Protect Their Future, held a rally outside of the FDA headquarters in Silver Spring this afternoon. The organization is calling on the FDA to urgently conduct a data review of Moderna's COVID-19 vaccine for kids under 5. Organizers say they also want to shine a spotlight on the more than 400 kids under the age of 5 who have died from COVID-19.
We think this is really important because of the fact that getting an approval now is what puts us on track to actually being able to fully vaccinate our children by the time they go back to school in the fall. And as a parent of a 3-year-old, I'm really excited about the idea of giving him an extra layer of protection that he isn't able to access right now, especially as we look towards the fall school season.
The FDA is expected to review the data from Moderna's vaccine for America's youngest kids in June. And here are the latest COVID-19 numbers for our area. The Maryland Department of Health has confirmed 1,845 new cases. The positivity rate at the state and local levels continues to climb. In Prince George's, it's at 6.42%. 9 people have died since the last numbers were released. 252 people are hospitalized. And according to the CDC, more than 997,000 people in the U.S. have died of COVID. To honor the nearly 1 million lives lost, the Washington National Cathedral will conduct a tolling of bells starting at 6 tonight. The bells will ring 1,000 times, once for every 1,000 COVID deaths in America. The cathedral says that all are welcome on the grounds to hear the bells. The event will also include a performance by the Cathedral Choristers. And you're watching CTV News. I'm Patricia Vallone. We'll be back in just a moment.
Here are your AARP top tips on caregiver preparedness during coronavirus. First, form a caregiving team. Create a list of people in your family and friend network who can help with caregiving tasks. Take an inventory of supplies in your loved one's home. Try to have a 2-week supply of essential items. Make a list of the care recipient's medications and medical contacts. Be sure to have prescriptions on hand and ask the pharmacist for an extra 30-day supply. Make a plan to stay connected. To prevent social isolation, set up available technology to help loved ones stay connected and schedule regular chats. Finally, maintain your own self-care. Follow the Centers for Disease Control's guidelines for coronavirus safety. And have a backup plan for care in case you become ill. For more caregiving tips during the coronavirus pandemic, go to aarp.org/caregiving.
When I was 10, my mom got deported. We had a difficult time, and I feel that's why I didn't get to finish school.
Jessica has been through a lot in her life from early childhood.
My husband is really supportive in a way that he pushed me to go back to school.
She came in looking to complete her diploma. She had a family she had to take care of. Anytime she needed help, we provided her help. She realized that we were here for her.
She wants to have a career so her kids can look up to her.
My graduation, it was something I will never forget. I couldn't explain the emotion I was feeling because people like you and me sometimes may have doubts in ourselves, but I feel that everything's possible.
Jessica's future is brighter than ever.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Welcome back. A fire breaks out in Riverdale Park, leaving one person seriously injured. It happened about 7 this morning in the 6500 block of Baltimore Avenue. No word yet on the cause of the blaze. 10 people have been displaced. Well, since the pandemic, many roadways across the region have essentially become racetracks for some area drivers. The growing problem pushed lawmakers to address the issue during recent legislative sessions. The end result? Expect to see a host of new speed cameras in the near future.
There have been accidents along here over the years where cars have gone into people's yard. There was even a house struck a couple of years ago.
Delegate Mary Lehman is talking about the 4100 block of Briggs Cheney Road near the intersection of Fairland Road. The location is right near the Prince George's Montgomery County border.
Well, this is a problem area. Folks are in a hurry to get wherever they're going. They're crossing from one county into another. But as you can see, it's a residential community, and the folks that live right along here do not appreciate it.
Since the speed camera program was initiated, the instruments could only be placed within 1 mile of a school zone. But in 2021, the Maryland legislature allowed Prince George's an exemption that allows speed cameras to be placed in areas where excessive speeding is a chronic problem.
A speed camera no longer necessarily has to be within a mile of a school. Of course, our Department of Public Works and the police will look at accident statistics, average speed, and determine if it's a good location for a speed camera. This most certainly qualifies for that.
Over the past 2 years, there have been numerous complaints about aggressive driving, speeding, racing, even in residential areas. Now, authorities say they are cracking down by putting up numerous speed cameras.
These are going to be problem areas throughout the county, which have gotten worse since the pandemic. For some reason, folks, I guess, feeling like there were fewer cars on the road, decided they could put the pedal to the metal and go just as fast as they like.
District 1 residents can expect to see new speed cameras at 4 roadways or intersections in the Beltsville and Laurel areas. Those include Beltsville Drive near Calverton Boulevard, Cherry Lane between Route 197 and Route 1, Major Denton Drive and Cherry Hill Road, as well as the 4100 block of Briggs Cheney Road.
Even during the pandemic, with fewer cars on the road, there have been more traffic fatalities nationwide, pedestrian and motorist, and we've got to get on top of that.
The cameras will be installed by the contractor managing the program, who is paid by revenue generated from fines. Now, each speed camera ticket will be assessed a $40 fee. Detectives continue to look for suspects involved in a brazen shooting that occurred last Wednesday evening in District Heights. A young boy and a teenager were struck by gunfire just after 6 p.m. in the 6700 block of Alpine Street. A dog was also killed by the gunfire. In this video, a dark van and a second dark vehicle are seen stopping in the street near a group who was hanging out. Several occupants then opened fire on the group before fleeing. If you have any information regarding this case, detectives want to hear from you. Call the Crime Solvers hotline at 1-866-411-TIPS. And still ahead here on the news, Montgomery County is offering free deck inspections. We'll have that story coming up.
I think I finally found.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Mason.
Hey, Mason.
Got a new house. It's looking pretty cool so far. A place that I call home.
I'm teaching Louise how to cook some lasagna.
It only takes a spark to make a fire start.
Thank you.
Study, please.
I think I finally found a place to make my own. A place that I call home. This place that I call home.
1 in 365 African Americans battle sickle cell disease. I was one of them. Life back then was painful. I was in and out of the hospital and had frequent pain crises. A blood stem cell transplant is the only cure for sickle cell disease. I was fortunate to find a perfect match in my younger sister, but many patients do not have a compatible donor in their families, and Black patients have only a 23% chance of finding an unrelated donor. More Black donors are urgently needed to help save lives. It only takes a simple cheek swab to join the Be the Match registry. Learn more about becoming a donor and access free patient resources by visiting endsicklecell.org today. You or someone you know could be the cure for a patient battling sickle cell, like me.
Thanks for staying with us. Well, things are looking up for Metro. According to officials, 28 million passengers chose to travel by Metro bus and rail from January to March of this year. Metro says 60% of riders traveled by bus and 40% took the train. The new numbers show that Metro is outperforming its projection for the first quarter of 2022. The transit agency credits higher gas prices and tourism for a boost in the numbers. Authorities identify the person killed in a garbage truck crash in Riverdale Park. She's 43-year-old Chachia Durham of D.C. Police say Durham was driving on East-West Highway last Thursday when she struck a curb and then caused the truck to overturn. Durham died on the scene. Charges are dropped against a man arrested for a fatal shooting in Fort Washington. 31-year-old Anthony Shaw of the district has been cleared of any wrongdoing in the murder of 34-year-old Benjamin Ampong of Lorton. Ampong was killed last Wednesday afternoon on Corning Avenue, shortly after a 16-year-old suspect was taken into custody. Shaw, the second suspect, was taken into custody the following day, but new evidence provided by his family proved that he was not near the location of the murder. Police released him from custody on Friday. Meantime, detectives continue to search for a second suspect in that case. Montgomery homeowners can get their decks inspected for free. That's right, the county's Department of Permitting Service will offer free deck inspections all month long. Officials say these types of checkups can help prevent a collapse from happening.
We are offering free residential deck inspections for homeowners as part of Building Safety Month. These inspections take less than 15 minutes. Once on site, an inspector will check the support structure of your deck as well as the ledger and condition of the guardrail.
May is recognized in the county as Building Safety Month. Residents can call 240-777-0311 to schedule a deck inspection. And now here is your weather forecast. Tonight, mostly clear with lows around 47. Tuesday, sunny skies, highs near 69. Wednesday, the sunshine continues. We'll have a high around 71. And Thursday, partly sunny, highs in the low 70s. That wraps up our CTV News Update. I'm Patricia Vallone. Have a great night.